Tingyun's family is literally holding her funeral. There's just one tiny problem. She's alive, and she's heading straight toward them in a bridal sedan chair with Zhao Ling. If that sounds like a completely chaotic way to build a romance, that's kind of the point. These two still have a lot to figure out before they get anywhere near the romance part. Fu Tingyun basically start out studying each other. She realizes pretty quickly that parts of his story don't add up, so she starts testing him. And Zhao Ling figures out just as fast that she's not some sheltered noblewoman who's gonna accept whatever explanation he gives her. So before there's attraction, there's suspicion. Who's hiding something, and who's trying to use whom? At this point, Fu Tingyun is still playing inside a world whose rules she understands. Then suddenly, Zhao Ling isn't her biggest problem anymore. Once Fu Tingyun becomes a problem for the family's reputation, proving her innocence stops being the priority. It's easier if she just disappears. And that decision isn't coming from some distant enemy. It's coming from the family that was supposed to protect her, until Fu Tingyun is actually forced to drink poison. Suddenly, her status, her family name, and all those rules she knew how to navigate don't mean very much. And once all of that is stripped away, there's one question left. How badly does she want to live? Zhao Ling finds her poisoned and tries to help, but this is not some pretty rescue scene. When Fu Tingyun realizes she needs to get the poison out, she crawls toward the spoiled food she had refused earlier. She eats it off the ground and forces herself to throw up. It's desperate. Zhao Ling can give her a chance. Fu Tingyun is the one who decides how far she's willing to go to stay alive. She may need his help. That doesn't mean he gets to make her choices for her. While Fu Tingyun is fighting to stay alive, her family has already solved the problem another way. As far as everyone else knows, she's dead. So Zhao Ling shows up leading a wedding procession, with Fu Tingyun alive inside the bridal sedan chair, straight toward her own funeral. The image alone is kind of amazing, but this is also the first time their separate interests start pointing in the same direction. Zhao Ling has his own reasons for confronting that family. Fu Tingyun wants some control over her life back. Until now, they've been figuring out what they can get from each other. Now, they're starting to figure out what they can do together. The interesting part is that they don't read the same situation the same way. When an opportunity involving the Imperial Envoy comes up, Zhao Ling is looking at the risks. Who might recognize them? What happens if this goes wrong? Fu Tingyun looks at the exact same situation and sees an opening. Zhao Ling sees danger. Fu Tingyun sees opportunity, and neither one is necessarily wrong. They're not perfectly in sync. If anything, it's kind of the opposite. They learned how to survive in completely different worlds, and watching those two instincts collide is what makes them fun together. There's also an extra layer if you watched Melody of Golden Age. Yuxi and Deng already gave us Shundu and Enxi, but the energy here feels completely different. This doesn't feel like a simple role reversal. The road to Splendor just gave the same actors a very different kind of friction to play with. And it's still way too early to know what kind of romance Zhao Ling and Fu Tingyun are actually going to become. But before trust, they've already found something else. They're useful to each other. She sees openings he might miss, and he sees dangers she hasn't learned to recognize yet. That's not love. It's not even full trust yet. But for two people who started out wondering who was playing whom, that's a pretty interesting place to start. So now I want to know, who do you think is going to let their guard down first? Fu Tingyun or Zhao Ling? And if you're watching The Road to Splendor too, subscribe and stick around. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot more to talk about with these two.